Hello, YouTube, and happy Friday. Today is Friday. It is April the 12th, and this is the Biz Insurance Wiz Lab. And I am your host, Shalak Collins. This is episode 5, where every week, once a week on Fridays, I bring you new content regarding my area of focus, which is insurance. So, today, we are going to be talking about a very important insurance, an insurance that every business owner should have, or should I say, anybody who's in the business of giving information and advice. And that insurance is professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions. And it's exactly what it stands for. If you're a professional and you are giving advice or information or services for a fee, then that information could make you liable or subject to lawsuits if that information is incorrect. So it's the reason why so many people have to put disclaimers. There has to be rules and regulations and things that are stated up front when they are proposing something or providing some kind of service. All these folks that are in these areas can be subject to liability. Or you could hear it be called errors and omissions because we're all human, right? So if there's an error made, we could be subject to a lawsuit. We can be sued for that. So the majority of professionals who are providing specific services can be subject to lawsuits, which is why they have to have professional liability insurance. So having said that, I am going to take you to another screen, if you bear with me. And there's been a delay, for some reason, each time that I'm trying to share separate screens than the one that I'm on, it does weird things, and it shows. So if you bear with me, I've only been with you for 2 minutes, so hopefully you're still here, that you haven't got completely bored yet. There we are. All right, so errors and omission insurance, guys. What is errors and omission insurance? We are using our source today is Investopedia. There are many sources that you can look up this information. Literally, you can Google this and there'll be like so many sources that'll come up. I just happen to like Investopedia, so I use it. So, what is errors and omissions insurance? This article was recently published. I usually like to share information that's up to date, and this was published by Marianne Bonner, literally maybe 2 days ago. Well, today's the 12th, so 3 days ago. 3 days ago, just 3 days ago. All right. Sorry, it is moving kind of weird. Errors and omission insurance is a type of liability insurance that covers claims against your business for mistakes you made or services you failed to provide. E&O insurance protects your business from claims by clients for negligence, malpractice, errors, or omissions you allegedly made while providing a professional service. The insurance helps pay for your legal fees and any owed damages or settlements. Some key takeaways if you're listening to this. Key takeaways: errors and omission insurance protects your company against claims by clients for negligence, mistakes, faulty advice, or failure to provide the promised results. Any business that offers a professional service or advice likely needs E&O insurance. Examples are, in this category, insurance agents, doctors, lawyers, wedding planners, financial advisors. E&O insurance doesn't cover claims for property damage, bodily injury, workplace injuries, data breaches, intellectual property violations, or criminal acts such as fraud. The cost of E&O insurance varies depending on the size and nature of your business, but the average premium for a small business is around $735 a year. And that depends on what kind of small business, right? I want to say my first E&O The first E&O insurance policy I had was for $1 million, and some I think with an aggregate going all the way up to 2 million. So, I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money, but that's what was offered, and that's what was standard for my practice for where I was. So, and I have one more. There's one more area that I need to get you guys to, and I'm going to stop sharing here, and I am going to share a different screen with you. If you would just bear with me there, I will be right back because I got a notification telling me that, hey, your battery might die. Could you imagine that? Your battery's going to die while you're sitting here trying to do a recording. It just won't act right. So that's okay. I got this. We got this. We got this. So I'm back, guys. All right. So having said that, here I am. Here I am. All right. So 10 professions that require professional liability insurance. Okay. So we have attorneys. Attorneys are at constant risk of being accused of malpractice. Without liability insurance, the attorney will be responsible for settling down the costs. An attorney without insurance is one that doesn't care about their career. You got that? So if you're walking around here without insurance and you are a professional, you don't care about your career. You're taking on a huge risk because you can be sued. So don't be cheap. Get that insurance. Doctors, similar to attorneys, are victims of malpractice accusations. As a result, many hospitals provide some form of professional liability insurance for their doctors to keep them safe. And I would say my advice, if I'm a doctor and, well, not even, I would say if I'm working with a doctor, which I do actually have some in my professional portfolio, you want to make sure that they have adequate coverage. So it's one thing if they're offering you something at the hospital, but you want to make sure that's sufficient for your kind of work and for your kind of exposures. So make sure that you have adequate coverage. That's all I'll say. Teachers. Today's incidents in classrooms can entice parents to sue the teachers in schools. The best way for a teacher to avoid lawsuits is to be insured. Therapists and counselors. These professionals work closely with patients and can be blamed if anything goes wrong in the individual's life. Similar to anyone working in a medical field, liability insurance is always recommended. Physical and occupational therapists. These therapists often work in rehab where patients are fragile and unstable. Due to the nature of the job, therapists are potential victims to suits similar to others in medicine. Therapists are required to obtain insurance when employed. Insurance agents. Though their name may suggest that they don't need insurance, it is imperative that they do. Many of these professionals are covered by liability insurance. Although customers always sue the company itself, agents may find themselves involved in some situations. Contractors, anything can happen during a job. That's why contractors carry insurance along with a bond. Liability insurance can prevent severe losses from suits that claim wrongdoing during a project. Brokers. A broker's job is stressful. Their client expects results and they expect good ones. If the results don't satisfy the client, the broker is usually held as a person to be blamed. Accountants. Similar to brokers, accountants are burdened with the responsibility of protecting a client's future finances. If something goes amiss, they are held responsible as well. Because of this, accountants carry liability insurance to protect their career and company. And finally, my friends, real estate agents. Real estate agents also need to have professional liability insurance. If they make a deal and a promise was broken or unkept, the agent will be blamed for damages. With liability insurance, agents can perform better with more confidence. If you find yourself under one of these professions, make sure that you obtain professional liability insurance. Don't risk yourself and your career at the hands of a bad customer We provide professional liability insurance to small business and individuals. Get in touch to see how we can help. That message can go to me too. So if you need to get in touch, you need help, you can reach out to me as well. So that brings us to close to the end of this video today, guys. For the most part, any of these people who are already in this field, they know what E&O insurance is. They have it. But if you are a person who is maybe you're doing these services, maybe you're thinking about breaking off and launching your own business and getting started somewhere, know that liability insurance is something that you're going to have. Again, if you're providing some kind of service, some kind of information, those people are going to have insurance because you can be subject to a lawsuit. And you don't want to lose all that hard work, or where are you going to get the money from, right? So you'd be claiming bankruptcy, and you don't want to put yourself in that kind of situation or financial ruin when you could have just had a simple solution to fix that problem. All right, guys. So again, happy Friday. I hope you're enjoying your week or planning to enjoy your weekend. Have a great time, whatever it is you do. Stay safe. And if there is anything you need, you can feel free to email me. I'm at bizinsurancewizlab@gmail.com. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at bizinsurancewizz. I'm on TikTok at bizinsurancewizz. And of course, I'm here on YouTube, which seems to be the place, unfortunately, that's getting the least bit of traction. And that's at the Biz Insurance Wiz Lab. Okay, so great seeing you guys again, and I will see you next week for another episode. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye now.